Any AMBESSSA skill ideas that got deleted and you want to tell to us? Let's see, some fun AMBESSSA skills. I think one that was pretty cool, she had something a little bit like Doomfist ult from Overwatch, where she'd jump up into the air and then she could like land on you. She could like choose where she wanted to like just land and be like. One thing that she could do for a bit that was, it was fun for me, I played this in a playtest, is she had a version of her W that made her immune to crowd control when she cast it, so she could use it to like dodge CC. And there's this one playtest where I was playing against another designer who was playing Brand, and I was just like, oh, I just always know when he's gonna try to stun me because it's Brand, right? So I'm just gonna use my W to dodge this stun. And then I just bullied that Brand. It was a great time, and W making her immune to CC was pretty strong. It was pretty strong. Initially, some of you are gonna hear that and be like, oh, so you guys tested her being immune to CC? Like, that's crazy. And it's like, you gotta remember that like when we make characters, we test a lot of stuff. Like, characters go through multiple kits, multiple spells, and we test things sometimes that we're not sure are good, or maybe even potentially know are not going to work, just to understand the character better and understand their limits and things like that. So sometimes I'll be like, I don't know, there was a time we like tested JINX W critting. That made it to the PvE, right? And a lot of people look at that and they're like, oh, Riot, they're so dumb. They thought that JINX W could crit. That's crazy. Like, what are they doing? And it's like, well, yeah, but that's why you test things, right? Like, part of design, part of the way you can design things is a very iterative process, right? And iterative processes mean that like you're trying something, seeing what's good, seeing what's bad, trying another thing, seeing what's good, trying what's bad, like moving through the iterations, right? So I will often test spells on my characters that like, I will put it in the notes to the playtest. I'll be like, hey everybody, I think this spell sucks, but I am trying to learn something. So when we playtest, this is what I need to learn, right? And then we'll do it, and a lot of times we'll be like, yeah, that spell did suck, but now I know that JINX shouldn't have 900 range, free targeted projectile rockets. Right? But other times you'll like try something and you think it'll suck and it'll actually be awesome. I tried this with BRIAR ult actually. At some point I like made it global, and I was like, I put it in the playtest. I was like, hey, everybody, BRIAR ult used to be 2000 range. It was very short. You could only use it to like hit people over walls. And I was like, hey everybody, I'm gonna try like this ultimate being global. And I know that's messed up, and I know that sucks, and it's probably not gonna stick, but I gotta try it. And then I did, and it actually worked. It was like, wait, this is actually fair, and it's not a problem. So I ended up making it global. And you're gonna be like, well, actually, August, BRIAR ult isn't global. It's only 5,500 range or whatever. You're right. And the reason BRIAR ult isn't a true global is because when it was a true global, BRIARs would cast it from their fountain on mid lane, miss, hit the enemy in their fountain, and die very frequently. So I actually buffed her by making it not global. Not true global, to ensure that she wasn't inting into the fountain from her fountain. So yeah, basically we try a lot of stuff, and a lot of the stuff that we try is bad, but that's okay, especially before it shifts to live.